Welcome back to Tribal Council Talk, an unofficial Survivor podcast brought to you by KMOV News 4 in St. Louis. I am John O'Sullivan, former News 4 producer and Survivor superfan, joined by the amazing Tasha Fox, two-time Survivor contestant and proud St. Louis area native. And we are here to talk about Episode 3 of Season 50.
Episode 3.
I still think that it's been great. I've loved every episode yet.
Agreed.
This is why we love returning player seasons, because it just comes out hot out the gate.
I agree. Season 50 is not disappointing at all.
No, I get excited every episode. I mean, I do that for every Survivor, but I mean, it's just knowing that all of these players know how to bring it.
Yes.
That just makes it so much more.
They know how to play the game.
Yeah, well, let's not do 10 seasons without a returning player season again.
Agreed. Yeah.
So, we did finally get the original, episode starts, Night Vision.
Yes.
Coming back to Tribal Council.
Finally, yes.
What is that feeling when you come back after a Tribal Council?
It depends on which side of the vote you're on. If you know what's happening and it actually happens the way you thought it was going to happen, you come back feeling good. Actually, you leave Tribal Council with a smile on your face, but you don't want to gloat too much for the people that were blindsided. But if you're on the side of the vote that was not successful, it's like crickets when you get to camp, because you're like... Most people, if it was dramatic, you're going to go to sleep that night and then talk about it in the morning. So, yeah.
So, in this case, it was pretty much everyone voted the same way.
Exactly. Right. So I think they were happy. Obviously, Christian's fake fall was the topic of conversation. They wanted to make sure he was okay. So I think they had a pleasant night after Tribal.
So the hysterical thing was Rick made reference to his Charlie Chaplin fall, and in a few of the other coverages I was listening to this morning, no one got that reference.
I didn't get it. I'm like, I must have missed something. Okay. Did you get it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Silent film era, Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well then it's not just age. Maybe it's dorkiness versus beauty that doesn't get it. But I love that. I loved how they sold it. I just hope that that it lives up to the hype, however they're going to play it.
Yes, I agree. And then I guess no one noticed that Devin's planted the fake idol.
I did notice, skipping ahead, Christian was in the front row and he looked down. It was probably nobody else noticed, but I did love that.
Yes.
So the thing that really grabbed me the next morning when they came back was Christian and Rick saying the four. Should we tell all the four about the idol? And then officially saying that in their mind, Suri was part of that four.
Yes, I thought that was very interesting. He said four, but I feel like 4 is the count, 2 is the alliance.
Correct.
It's clearly Christian and Devin's, but they're including the other 2 as we called it in my season, a voting block.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a voting block, right?
Yeah.
And because I do see Emily and Suri kind of talking as if they're close, and then they didn't really show Ozzy much.
And they made such a big deal out of that in the first episode about how Ozzy and Suri were together.
Going to be together, yeah.
Right.
I thought that was interesting, but it seems like Emily and Suri are kind of playing together, which is necessary if you're in a voting block and you're not part of the alliance in the block. You have to find a person. So hopefully Suri and Emily will come together at some point.
What was your take on Christian's idea to have Rick be the one who said they found it?
I thought it was an amazing idea, and for Christian to take the spotlight off of himself, I'm like, why would Devins even agree to this? And Christian, flattery is such a powerful tool in Survivor. So, you're the idol guy.
Right.
And people will know, they won't question that you found it. I'm like, this is so great in terms of strategy. What did you think about it?
No, I was just saying, I just feel like he's lowering his threat level.
Yes, completely.
And especially, I listened to Jenna's exit interview, and she really talked about how Christian has been really lowering his threat level.
Yes.
He subtly was talking to her about, he didn't even say Suri's name. He made her say it first, and then threw her under the bus.
He's really playing.
It's very exciting. If he hadn't crapped his pants, I would say, he's just playing almost perfect game so far.
Yes, he's playing hard, but it's giving the appearance of, I'm just out here to have fun, right? Definitely great strategy.
Okay, speaking of of fun. Apparently, Jeff was having fun at the start of the challenge. How did you feel about DJ Jazzy Jeff?
Oh my gosh, I love DJ Jeffy Jeff. You know, just meeting Jeff personally, his enthusiasm for the game has not waned. In 25 years, he's still in it, right? And so I thought it was very cute, and actually Jeff could keep the beat. I'm like, okay, I was a little nervous at first, but yeah, I thought it was awesome. What about you?
Well, I had seen it leaked or, on a social media earlier in the day. So I already seen it and laughed that it would work. So I was just watching my wife's face as she was watching, and she was like, is he serious right now? But I agree with you. Like, the tone of the season has been fun so far.
Fun, yes.
And then when I read that he only came up with it that morning of the challenge, I think he's trying to stick with how everyone else is playing the game and having fun.
Yes, and you can just see it in Jeff's energy. In seasons where he's not as excited or impressed, his mood is a little different. He's a little more serious. But this season, I love it. Like, he's smiling all the time. He's just interacting in a different way, I think, with the castaways.
So you think that his mood depends on if he has more people who can give and take?
100%. And just my experience with Jeff, if you are going hard, he likes you. If you're just kind of floating through the game, you're not going to be on Jeff's good side. Trust me. You don't want that Jeff Probe smoke.
No, we don't want that. And then after the song, I really loved the Charlie interaction. I don't know if you picked up on that. That he was pissed at the fans.
Oh, yeah, and he said it.
Yeah, and then Christian calling him out, like, did you vote for a swap? Yes.
I did.
So, we have especially more of the new era players. It was like they are super fans who definitely all voted, maybe knowing before they were going to be on 50 or not.
Well, it's true.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like the super fans, they're influencing, not the one. Well, yes, every vote matters.
Yes.
But it was like they didn't know what was going to happen.
I know.
It's hysterical.
I think the fans are doing a great job of crafting an awesome Survivor season. And as someone watching from the couch, I love it. I love to see the survivors suffering. As someone who's actually on the island, it's horrible. It's horrible to not have rice. I don't know if people understand starvation and physical challenges really don't go together if you're starving. But, it's fun to watch.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
I voted to give them food because I did want them to be more like, it's also mental capacity, like just having the food to pull you along. So
you're so nice. The old school players are like, no, don't give them anything.
Yeah. Well, I did vote for the swap because I think it's interesting.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
The swap. So the new tribes are on the Pink tribe: Christian, Mike White, Angelina, the David and Goliaths, Emily, Stephanie, Ozzy, and Q. The new Orange tribe: Jonathan, Camilla, Rizzo, Charlie, Dee, Devins, and Suri, and the blue: Aubrey, Joe, Genevieve, Chrissy, Colby, Coach, and Tiffany. Did any of those tribes initially just jump out at you?
I think the tribe with Jonathan, they look strong.
Yeah, I mean, they were talking about who to vote out. I'm like, why? Why even bother?
Why is this even a conversation? They look really solid. The David and Goliaths, I was worried about them. I was worried, one, that you have three people that have played together. And then I was worried about their strength as well. So, obviously.
Didn't work out for them. But
exactly. Yeah. What did you think?
I loved seeing, well, one, I thought it would have been hysterical if Ozzy and Coach ended up together. Oof. But second best, having Colby and Coach and Joe on one tribe. I mean, I'm wondering if this will be like the resurgence of Joe feeling better.
Exactly. That is a great group right there. Old school feel, loyalty and integrity. As long as it works for me,
right.
I love it. I'm going to be excited to watch that trio. If they can stick together, they'll do really well.
Yeah. So going on to their beaches, unless you had anything else.
Yes. Yeah. What did you think about Christian trying to fill Emily in.
That was going to be my question for you. So that, he's talking about that they didn't have enough time to get to her. Is that a problem that you think, or do you think that they just kind of pushed it off and didn't think about it?
I totally think they pushed it off. There are a lot of hours on the Survivor Island. There's no TV. There are no cell phones, no laptops. All you have is time. And so I thought Emily was right to question her position in the voting block. I don't even want to call it an alliance, but in the voting block.
But, okay, so good jumping into Emily's blabbermouth. Would you have gone and talked to Christian first before just letting it all out? Because she just kind of seemed like she went ping-ponging all over the place, telling everybody everything before even talking to Christian.
I 100% would have talked to Christian first but this is the thing. When you're starved, you're paranoid about everything, you're not thinking logically. So I can't even blame her because I know the mentality that you're in on the island. But if it were me being logical, 100%, hey, Christian, and we ended up back on the same tribe. So I'm like, okay, the survivor gods are looking out for us. Let me check in and see what's going on. But I feel like she would have talked anyway. I feel like the theme or the title of this episode should have been Diarrhea Mouth because people were just talking too much.
Well, that may have been a throwback to the episode before, speaking of gastrointestinal distress.
Yes, of the mouth.
Yes.
Gastrointestinal distress of the mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
No,
that Emily.
That's why I really thought, I don't know, we're jumping around, but I really thought that this was set up to where Emily was going to get voted out on that tribe.
I thought the exact same thing. I'm like, oh, this is going to come back on her. But, yeah, I don't know. But she's actually in a tough position because if she's with the David and Goliaths, she's on the bottom. Even if she's with Stephanie, Ozzy, and Q, on the bottom. So she's not really in a good position.
So I kind of felt like it was going back to, Survivor Amazon, where at the end where there was the 2 blocks, and then Rob was like, well, let's just get rid of her. Mm-hmm. Or even with your season with Sarah Lucina, where she was trying to play both sides.
Yes.
And then why doesn't somebody be like, oh, she was talking to you? She was talking to me?
Yes.
Like, I thought that could have been an opportunity.
I'm like, oh, Emily's done.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we were wrong, but we're smart.
We were wrong.
Yeah. So on the new tribes, I do love how they're doing flashbacks and stuff, like the Coach versus Colby.
Yes.
That, and then now that they're together.
Yes.
And Coach fawning all over Joe.
Yes.
But my question about Coach is when he talked to Chrissy about how the previous tribe was, thinking about her.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a good move? Did you like how he approached it?
Yeah, so my sorority sister and I, we always watch Survivor together, and she felt some type of way about that conversation. She was like, how could he say this to her? She suffered all this stuff, these medical issues, and how could you made the girl cry? I'm like, nope. I said, Coach actually did the right thing. And it was harsh. It's hard to hear constructive criticism, right? Because it was constructive. Like, hey, this is what people think about you. This is how you can improve. And it's a hard message, but he ended it with, I want you to be here. So in order for you to stay, I need you to not annoy everybody. It's a hard message, but it was with love, right? What did you think?
Well, it took me back to Coach saying that Tyson had a similar talk to him before Heroes Villains. Like he basically said after like day 2, he was like, Coach, I love you. And it was like, these people don't know you as well as I do. It was like, you got to tone down the Dragon Slayer for a bit.
Yeah.
So maybe he was taking that lesson and, Coach made it to the merge on that. So hopefully she can take that and, like you said, constructive criticism.
Constructive. And he wasn't mean about it. And he wasn't even really direct. He's just like, hey, your personality kind of clashed with people. But he wasn't like, stop being people's mother. Right. Stop telling people what to do. So I thought even the way he approached it was nice. But on the island, you're so sensitive. You think you're killing it, and if somebody gives you a reality check and you're not, it kind of hits the ego. So I think she
even worse when you don't have any food.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I remember her first season. I didn't really care for Chrissy.
No, and she was upfront about that, like saying how she didn't have the best social game. You know, she was more like strategic and a challenge threat. So
yes, but I think she's doing well now. We'll get to the challenge, but I think I think, did she resolve, like, I'm glad he said something?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember
so.
if she,
I think she just needed a second to process, go through it, talk it out.
Yeah. Well, what I thought was going to happen was that she would pull the girls together and then make Coach look like the bad guy and then pull them into an alliance, but she didn't really do that.
She just needed to vent a little bit.
She just needed to vent. I'm like, whew, don't do that, girl.
Yeah. But then, you know, so they had girl talk.
Yes.
But then Genevieve went around.
Gastrointestinal distress of the mouth. Number 2, Genevieve.
So do you think that was, I mean, again, looking at that tribe, like, did she even need to?
No.
Yeah, because Aubrey already has a big enough threat level, I think.
Exactly. Survivor Strategy 101. If you are not going to tribal council, shut up. Unless you're just talking strategy or, you know, convincing people I'm loyal, I'm with you, having those conversations. Hey, just checking in. Those are the conversations you have before, if you're not going to tribal. But you don't start throwing out people's names until it's time to cut somebody's neck, because you have 3 days for them to find out and then plot against you. So it's just, again, they talk too much.
Do you think this goes back to Aubrey's reaction to Genevieve at the very first episode?
100%. Yes, this is like Genevieve's chance. Now I'm in a new tribe. Let me get in front of this thing. But Aubrey didn't even appear to be making moves against her yet. It was just too premature.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, in a returning season, like your first season, you know $1 million is on the line, but you don't understand the I guess the accomplishment that you feel when you get far in the game, right? Now they know, because some people may have gone earlier their first time, or they wanted to do something different. The stakes are higher the second time, because you're like, I know if I win, I get this press. I get I get to talk to Jeff longer at the finale, and it's all about you. And so the stakes are higher. So I think Genevieve is playing like she knows how high the stakes are. But it's too early. Yeah.
Especially when you look at that tribe, like, not thinking that
they're probably not going to tribal council for a while.
Any other things on the new blue tribe?
The new blue tribe. Who's on the new blue tribe?
So that would be Aubrey, Joe, Genevieve, Chrissy, Colby, Coach, and Tiffany. Oh, I'd say the only thing is seeing, like, Tiffany and Aubrey bonding.
Yeah, that was a shocker. And yeah, Tiffany, she just ran back and told Aubrey everything. Girl, let me tell you what this
gastrointestinal.
Yeah, just talking too much. Well, I was going to point out there was someone targeting Suri. Was that?
Well, that would be she's on the Orange Tribe.
Oh, okay. So that was before the.
Yeah. So moving into the Orange Tribe.
Okay.
You know, I loved how Dee came out and was like, "Oh my gosh, I love Suri," even though she knows she shouldn't. And it was Jonathan who, like, brought her back to a strategic mindset.
Yes.
Which I thought was, you know, showing some evolution of Jonathan's game.
I agree. Yeah. Again, you guys are not going to lose a challenge. Just shut up. Right. Like, enjoy the tribe and then start building relationships, because the very people that you say, oh yeah, they got to go, you'll end up making a connection with them. And then now you're in a position that you've already told somebody else, yeah, this person has to go. And now you don't want them to go. Mm-hmm. And now you're stuck. So it's like, take some time, fill out the people, get to know them. But, I'm telling you, the people that you thought you were going to rock with, it'll change.
You just never know.
You just never know. They get an idol or something, and yeah, the game changes.
No, that was a different season.
With the game changers.
Yeah. So I think my favorite part of the new Orange Tribe was the Rizzo versus Charlie stuff, where
gastrointestinal distress of the mouth, number 3.
But Rizzo hasn't had time to process everything. Really, he only had 2 weeks in between seasons. He's the biggest fan guy out there. He's just fan, and then just not realizing what he's saying.
Oh my gosh. Why would you say your number 1 alliance member who was in the finals, you didn't vote for him?
Yeah.
Her.
But to me, I love the editing of that, where, you know, it's not linear, and I think the impact comes out even better.
Yes.
Where you see, like, Rizzo asking the next day about Maria and then not realizing what he said the night before. But again, Charlie picking up on all those little nuances.
Yes, Charlie.
Is just like, I think that, shows like why he is such a big threat.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And he was dead serious. He's like, there's no way that this guy is making it to the jury. Not going to happen. I'm like, yes.
And the fact that he can, say that. But then they also had fun on the hammock talking about the Survivor Superman stuff. But it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And I just also particularly loved Suri just ripping into the Riz God, which I thought was hysterical.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
Anything else on the new Orange Tribe besides that they're never going to lose, so it doesn't matter?
Yeah. You know what I did? Let me go back and say this about Genevieve. I thought she did a great job socializing.
Much better than her first season.
Yes.
Yeah, she has evolved.
Exactly. So kudos to her for being Genevieve 2.0.
Yeah. So talking, just don't do strategizing so much.
Yeah. Don't do too much. Don't do too much.
So the new Pink Tribe, I thought it was cool seeing Q and Ozzy get back together after their bonded time on Exile. But, Ozzy knowing that Q still doesn't have a vote.
Right.
Which I didn't see him talk to anybody about, but I wonder if that actually came up.
Right.
We already talked about Emily's gastrointestinal of the mouth.
Yeah. And, I'm liking Stephanie. I like Stephanie. She seems well-liked as well.
Mm-hmm. That's why I think Mike's plan later, was so great.
Right.
But first, I want your experience with the blindfold challenge and how horrible is that?
Well, I was the caller on my season, so it was great for me because I'm in the perch. But, those poor people. But they didn't seem to run into
as many things. No.
Yeah, exactly. Like my season, it was so bad. People really got hurt, especially the guys in their unmentionable parts. But it was good. That's one of my favorite ones. But the things that they were retrieving, my season, we brought back different items like baskets, a flag to put on a platform, and then I had to pull the platform up.
Yeah.
Right. This was a little different with the rings. So I like that. And I like the strategy that this group, two of the groups did. They went out as a group and dropped people off.
Right.
Yes, exactly. I'm like, that was really smart. Instead of trying to manage 3 groups at the same time, you just drop off a group, the other 2 keeps going. So I liked it. I thought it was really good. And Chrissy killed it. The tribe that won.
Camilla killed it.
Camilla killed it, but Chrissy did a great job too.
Mm-hmm. The only thing Colby might complain about Chrissy leading them at the end and banging his head. But I really thought that was the worst injury.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I thought they got off pretty easily in a challenge where you couldn't see. And they did the puzzle blindfolded.
So I think that really came down to it the most, where I think the losing tribe picked Christian because of the puzzle stuff.
Yes.
He is great at puzzles, but not as great of a communicator.
Exactly.
Which I think is key. Yep. And Camilla, great at puzzles, and also a great communicator.
Yeah. Yeah. Christian's like, okay, 180.
Yeah.
It makes sense to Christian. And he like turns, he's like, no, not turn it. 180.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, Christian. But then you have Chrissy and Camilla being so specific and so just on point with their directions. I thought it was a great challenge.
Yeah, I just I feel sorry for Christian, but I mean, I think that came down to it. Like, he has the brains, but he didn't know how to communicate.
How to articulate it. Yeah, I agree. Other
than that, I hope when I'm on Survivor, I never have to do a blindfold challenge, or I will. I don't need a microphone, so maybe I should just ask to be the caller.
Yeah, just be the caller. It's the safest position in terms of physically, but you're putting yourself in a hot seat. Exactly. Yeah. And those chickens, they're going to be eating good. Some KFC.
All right. Anything else on the challenge that be unique to your perspective? All right. So back to the Pink Tribe with some of these people once again getting ready for tribal council. I was just the most impressed with Mike White. I mean, just, coming up to those guys, not knowing that Q doesn't have a vote.
Right.
And just kind of still playing the bumbling guy of like, I just can't vote her out yet. I can't put her name down. I understand if you have to, but I'm going to do a throwaway vote. Maybe you. and then you're like not even putting a lot of force behind it.
Right.
And just the slow burn.
The slow burn. Very strategic. Very strategic. And what about Q? You know what? Just vote for me.
What? Why would you ever tell anyone to vote for you? I mean, like maybe if you knew that you had an immunity idol that had to be played then, but even because you don't have a vote, I mean, yes. I think he should have been playing so much differently.
So much differently, and I felt like, and maybe we didn't see it. I felt like he should have went hard, like strategizing, trying to win people, and maybe we didn't see it. But he almost seemed just too relaxed.
So that was my question, because when he was talking with Mike, when he told him, like, vote for me, I wanted your opinion on how he just kind of subtly said, well, maybe I'll have to play my extra vote, and just kind of dropped it in there. Like not make, a lot of times when someone's trying to oversell that they have an advantage, they don't.
Yes.
I want to tell you something that I haven't told anybody else.
Yes.
And he just kind of slid it in there.
I thought that was strategic.
Yeah, but Mike didn't.
It really was inconsequential.
Right.
But I thought Stephanie and Ozzy could have done a better job of wooing Emily and selling like, hey, this is a tight three. They played together. If you go with them, you're going to be on the bottom. Like, they could have sold that to Emily, but I don't know why they didn't.
So I did say how I think Ozzy, was playing harder. Like he knew that Q didn't have a vote, so he didn't. Like, I think if he knew that if Q had a vote, I think Ozzy might have played things differently.
I totally agree. Well, kudos to Ozzy for finally finding a strategy in season 50. Kudos to him. But what do you think about the importance of tribe strength at this point in the game? Is tribe strength still important right now?
I mean, I would always say yes, but I think they also know that they don't know how long they're going to be in these tribes. I mean, knowing that there's one swap, maybe there's going to be two, maybe there's not. I mean, I think you just have to play for the day. Yeah. And if Ozzy wants to make sure that he's on, the side of the better angels and always wants to be feeling better about coming back afterwards. True. So I think he, and Emily made a connection. I think she probably feels stronger with Ozzy right now than she does with Christian. Yeah. Even, after she dug herself that hole. Right. And I think Ozzy could be still a little cocky. Like, you know what? I can, even though he's lost every time.
Lost every time.
But all it takes is one more swimming challenge and he could kick butt.
And yes, it's true. Or one more puzzle and Christian can kill it.
And, knowing that even if they do one more and then another swap, knowing that he has an idol and feeling a little safer about that.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah, we already talked about, I really thought Emily was going to go home. I thought that was totally set up.
I would not have been sad.
No, especially because she's turned sad. Totally. I mean, like she did it to herself.
Exactly.
And I don't know what else.
Yeah, but she's on my Survivor fantasy team, so good job, Emily. Good job. Way to stay in the game.
So I will miss Q and his Q-isms. He was always entertaining. Almost everybody on this season is always entertaining. But
the Q skirt came out.
The Q skirt did come out. We got to see what we can order that on eBay. All right. So, anything else before we get to fantasy?
I think that is it.
Okay.
Great episode. Was it an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Okay. I fast forward through. So yeah. Oh, they're killing it.
I will say I usually, people at Channel 4 who make their money on commercials. Right. But yes, I was fast forwarding on YouTube TV. I don't know if whatever you watch on, but on YouTube TV, it has the little torch as the as the fast forward symbol.
I have DirecTV. They need to step their game up.
Oh yeah, they do that for that, and then like on The Bachelor, Bachelorette, they do a little rose. Oh, it's very exciting.
That's cute.
Little dude. But I was fast forwarding through the commercials, and right before the break, there was a Channel 4 promo for Tribal Council Talk, an unofficial podcast.
Yay.
And my kids weren't paying attention because one was, on the iPad watching Abbott Elementary and not Survivor. But I was like, hey, look. And they saw us. And they were like, that's my dad. So, at least.
I don't know if you saw this little promo, but Jeff's like, do you want to know what it's like to drop a buff? He's like, then apply for Survivor. No. I'm like, he's talking to you, John.
Well, I keep applying. All he has to do is just watch my video.
Just pick him. Pick John, please. Yeah. Jeff, if you're watching from one of your favorite Survivors, pick John.
Yes. All right. And Jeff, you can see how well I am doing at Survivor Fantasy. So whenever we get that graphic up, and there we go. So Team Tasha, Team John finally has a lost player. So Team Tasha still has Joe, Suri, Tiffany, Aubrey, Camilla, Genevieve, Emily, Christian, and Chrissy. And Team John lost Q, but I still have Coach, Charlie, Stephanie, Rick, Ozzy, Mike White, D, Jonathan, Kobe, Angelina, and the Riz God.
You're going down, John.
Yeah.
Just FYI. I'm really competitive, but I'm kind of restraining myself right now.
Like, I know how back heavy the points go. So it's really like the more players you have later in the game, it can really change things. So currently the point total is John 39, Tasha 32. But there's a lot more points to go, and Tasha could get boomerang idol points if they come back to Christian.
It's a long season, John.
Or Genevieve. It is.
Long season.
And, that's why I'm not being cocky. I'm just being, no brag, just fact.
Yeah. Oh, very humble.
Yeah. I'm probably the most humble person you'll ever meet. So any other thoughts? We talked about we never really got into who do you think would go home next?
Yeah, I don't know. I have to see these tribes a little bit more. I think Rizzo is at risk. And I think Stephanie and Ozzy are at risk. More Stephanie than Ozzy, though.
Yeah. Although, it's like Rizzo could make his way to the merge just because of Jonathan and Camilla and Dee and Devins.
You're already thinking merge?
Well, I'm just saying. We don't think is there going to be another swap? Is there not?
I don't think there's going to be another swap.
Well, then how is Orange going to lose with the Riz God and plus the God of Thunder on that team?
True. They may throw a challenge.
I don't think it's in Jonathan's DNA to throw a challenge.
He wouldn't do it.
No.
They would leave him out of it.
Yeah.
And he would single-handedly win it. So
yeah, he could pull the whole tribe through the water anyway.
Rizzo could win it all.
No. No. Although, I love the Riz God, but just no.
Yeah,
he needs to
agree.
Stop talking, and then maybe we'll see.
What about you? Who do you think's next?
Like I said, if Pink goes back, I'd be worried about Stephanie. If Orange goes back, worry about Rizzo. And then I'd be interested to see what happens on Blue, whether it turns into a Genevieve versus Aubrey kind of situation.
Sure. Yep.
Going back to, Genevieve didn't get neither one of them got a rerun episode.
No, they didn't.
But Aubrey's got that idol.
Yes, she does.
But I hope, I'm wondering if the Boomerang idol will play off for anyone this season or if it won't.
Yeah, maybe.
And there is still that other Boomerang out there on the Pink.
Yeah, I feel like whenever there is a special idol like that, the Survivor gods want to see it happen, right? So it's why have it if you're not going to let the fans see it happen? So somebody's boomeranging, I guarantee you. It's too prominent of a thing.
And then we have our next celebrity thing. The next episode with Zach Brown is coming.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm wondering if there's going to be a concert. Is that going to be the reward challenge?
Why didn't I get any special appearances?
They weren't having to pump up your ratings enough.
I know.
You're on multiple seasons that have been ranked as some of the best seasons ever.
True. Well, my season, we did have the Tyler Perry idol, and I will say that I got to meet Tyler Perry at the finale, which was pretty cool. But Billie Eilish, she would be a great Survivor person to meet. They're lucky. I love Billie Eilish.
All right, so we'll stay tuned for the craziness of more celebrity pop-ins and that. And please stay tuned for next Thursday for the next appearance of Tribal Council Talk. So other than that, have a great week, and bye from Tasha and John. Go Survivor!